Hello, my lovely Pisces. I hope you guys are doing well. This is gonna be your weekly reading for the week of the 1st to the 7th of July. So let's dive in. I have been away. I've been ill, so you might be able to hear that in my voice, but I'm feeling much more energized now, so I'm ready. So let's see what's going on for you guys for this week, please, Spirit. The initial A could mean something to you guys. I don't know why it's coming up, but it's there. Milk and honey. Let's get one more from this deck. Milk and honey in between worlds. I kind of like that. I don't know why they're doing this motion to me. Don't know if that's like waves or something is smooth. It's kind of showing me like a frequency. I don't know what they're talking about. But it feels good. I don't know what it is, right? You have milk and honey coming through for you guys, Pisces. So this is actually a really good card for this week because it's speaking about the fact that you're going to feel really amazing in the energy this week. So there's a rainbow here. So you're feeling good, feeling like there's better times ahead, which is absolutely correct with the Between Worlds card, by the way, which we'll speak about in a second. Milk and honey is a card of healing. It's about really embracing your energy. It kind of reminds me of the Nine of Pentacles, where you're able to take it easy. You're able to bathe in the time that you've got for yourself. You're able to pamper yourself, to treat yourself. So if you're not doing any of the TLC and the pampering, this week is going to be really amazing for you to allow yourself to have fun, to allow yourself to treat yourself and to bathe in joy and all those good feelings that are coming up here. Because again, we have a beautiful rainbow, and again, it represents that there are better times ahead, which is great. You then have Between Worlds coming through here, signifying that you guys have actually are in the middle of walking away from quite a dark energy. This could be like a situation and an environment that you've been in. It could just represent a chapter of your life that has been quite dark and heavy. I always sense like depression and stuff like that, but I'm just reading the cards. I can't diagnose anybody, but it is just having that kind of mental cloud and that darkness and having that negative energy around you. So the good thing is you're in between worlds. So the more that you're stepping forward, you're stepping into a new world, a new way of being, a new era of confidence for you, Pisces, a new era of wearing the crown, feeling like yourself again, or maybe even feeling like a different version of yourself, an even better version of yourself. So I like this. For those of you who, again, have had that mental dark cloud, you really are moving into a much more confident and better way of being. Like I'm seeing, especially because milk and honey is that card of healing and soothing and joy. There is something really exciting coming up for you. Maybe you're celebrating something soon as well. That could be, or it could just be the happiness that a new chapter is coming into your life. So a lot more color, a lot more vibrancy is coming into your life, hypothetically. So that's a good sign that there's a lot more joy ahead. So let's carry on with what is coming up here. I will also say that your appearance is likely going to change. Like that could be like a glow up. As you can see, like we're going from this very dark coloring into this vibrant color, and this is to do with your appearance. So I feel like people are going to see that you are kind of getting more confident and yet you're healing. I feel like it's starting to become obvious of the fact that you're stepping into a new chapter. All right, but anyway, let's see. Eep, anxiety. This could be what you're walking away from. Like if you've been a very anxious person, a very stressed person, thinking about the negatives and the what ifs. She's worried that this lightning is going to strike her down, but it's far away. And so she's thinking about like the worst case scenario based on what's going on around her. So for some of you, that could be an energy that you have had lately. This is almost, I feel like this is referring to this dark cloud because of the clouds behind her in the window. So that's something that maybe you've been around. Maybe you've been in a stressful environment, a work environment, a home environment, whatever it is, or just again, a mental environment. You're moving away from the anxious times. Because this is coming up this week, just remember with the Between Worlds, you do still have one foot in this clouded energy. So that might still linger, but the best thing to mention to you is that you are moving forward. So it's a good time to drop the anxiety. That dark cloud, that dark chapter is not going to be around you anymore. So that's something to focus on whenever you get those bouts of anxiety coming up for you, okay? I would also say, just quickly, I always say that these readings are supposed to be quick and I end up spending half an hour on them, but the 7 chakra is on the bottom of the deck as well, which is really about the chakra that needs to be open for us to receive messages from the universe. Okay, so whenever you're feeling anxious, I am hearing that maybe it's because you are blocking your connection to the universe. Okay, so try to open up that chakra if you can. All right, anyways, let's carry on here. For my lovely Pisces, please Spirit, for this week, 1st to the 7th, you have isolation and rejection. That's an interesting combination. Again, I feel like these are things that you're coming out of. Maybe you've had a lot of fear of rejection and that stopped you from actually doing things. This is something I'm almost sensing that there is this, bear with me with the visuals. I'm trying to explain the feeling I have, and feelings are not words, so it's hard to describe it, but it's just energy of like there's this whole world out there that's always been out there. Maybe it's a dream, maybe it's a goal of yours, or maybe it's just something. I'm feeling a little bit about expansion. You've wanted something, but maybe you have kept yourself from doing it because of a fear, and that's where anxiety is coming through. It's like a fear of the unknown, and what if I get rejected, or what if people criticize me, or what if people don't like me, or what if people don't like my decision? Like there is this anxiety of rejection of people's opinions of you, or what it is that you're doing. So you can see this person's got a lot of like voices circling around their head when it comes down to their art or their work or something that brings them joy. So for some of you, if it brings you joy, then it doesn't matter what people think about it. All right. If it does no harm to anyone and it makes you happy, then the other people who are judging need to take a break from that, because seriously, and you need to not worry about what people have to say about what makes you happy. Okay. Isolation as well may be indicating that you guys might have been isolating yourself because of fear of rejection. Again, you're keeping yourself in a small little box. Isolation maybe it makes you feel comfortable, but again, maybe it's creating a little sense of loneliness. So it's a really good time to make sure that you go out there. When you get an invite to some place, go for it. Okay, don't let your fears and your anxieties get in the way of you living your life. Okay, because I promise you'll reach a point when you're older, or in many years' time, when you realize I should have never cared about that, and I've lost out on opportunities because of that fear of the unknown when it never even happened anyway. Okay, so maybe you guys could definitely benefit from journaling and stuff like that, like writing down those fears, but also then counteracting them. That helps. But isolation here is this thing has an invite, but they're saying, I don't have anything to wear. This suit is only used for special occasions. Well, it's a good time to get the suit out. It's a good time to make excuses for something when you have means to do something. Okay, so anyway, this feels like something that you're moving away from. It clearly is a comfort zone thing, but you're healing something, which that milk and honey is suggesting. So I like that energy. It's just about really kind of communicating within to overcome something. But let's get you a spirit animal, Pisces, this week. Bring your ideas to life. I love this. Cards always come to life to me, and I'm actually seeing the sparks around the eel. So I love that, because it's I feel like this is something that's, now I'm seeing like a Frankenstein where it's like you pull the lever and the sparks start flying. This is about creating something, okay? Bringing something to life, exactly what this is saying. So for some of you, you're not playing small anymore, Pisces. This is a really good time to bring something to life. I'm hearing to get one more from this deck as well. It's like bringing that spark back into your life, which is good. I like that a lot. Rhino Spirit here says, overcome any obstacle, okay? You are able to overcome any obstacle. So don't worry about rejection. If you face an obstacle, you'll deal with it. That's what that anxiety is. Again, maybe you are worried about what's to come. But I feel like what they're saying here is that you don't have to be worried. This is the Whispers of Love Tarot. For Pisces, please Spirit, let's get one for this week. Okay. You have choose love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. Okay. Doing things that you love and loving others. Focus on love. So you have choose love and focus on love. So everything is about love here. And this says look for the good in everyone. So that's interesting. Again, maybe you've been focusing too much on the bad, and this is saying, hey, what about if things go exactly the way that you want it to? What if people love what it is that you have to do, you know? Or focus on the people who will love what it is that you do. Maybe you're around the wrong people or worried about the wrong people. So it's a little bit of like a switch up here that's needed. Okay, let's get some more. Okay, let's see. A keyword for Pisces this week. You have balance. This says, I bring a state. Okay, let me show you that properly. This says, I bring a state. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I almost choked there. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So I feel like this is similar to this. You're kind of in between. You're still moving away from a darker energy. You're still moving into something. And again, if by what we just said about focusing maybe too much on the negatives, it's time to balance that and start to think about, again, love. What if people do enjoy? What if things do go correctly? I think that's what's going to be the thing that helps you. You literally have balance again, guys, in this deck too. So Spirit is really saying to kind of flip the coin here a little bit and look at the other side of it. You have a lot here. So meditation, some of you could benefit from some time. Maybe that's what the isolation is about. Instead of just being alone, use that time to meditate, to connect with yourself truly, to connect with your spirit guides, to your guardian angels, because you have divine guidance here. You do have people in the spirit world and your spirit guides who are here to look out for you, who are here to communicate with you. Just like we said with the 7th chakra, I think you're a bit closed off because maybe your mental activities are a little bit crazy, so you're not leaving space for the universe to come in and communicate with you. So that's something I would say there. Meditation can help with that. You have miracles and abundance coming out together. So that's what is ahead for you. You have miracles and abundance happening for you guys this week. So let's dive in. So the way that I'm doing the spread today is a little bit different. So let's get 3 cards for your energy and the energy of the week. Temperance, the Star. I need to very quickly cover up because as you can see, it's coming off of her, so I will have to do this. Temperance, the Star, and the Sun. I'm so sorry I didn't even get to really look at the fact that these are all major arcana cards, which is very powerful energy for you guys. So the first card is Temperance. Just like we said, this really is emphasizing that balance the Spirit is speaking about here. Okay, it's not all this and it's not all that. It's about what's in between. So again, there is something that you can bring from this and this to kind of create something maybe very powerful. She's balancing 2 opposing elements to create something completely unique. The Temperance card is also about finding balance, finding harmony, making sure that you slow down, especially if you deal with anxiety. Anxiety really comes from the unknown and the future and what ifs. So this is a really good energy of make sure that you are grounding yourself this week. Don't be in a rush to get to that sun, or usually it's a crown, so that success or that happiness in this case. Make sure that you are grounding yourself so that as you go back to the path, you are grounded, so that you're able to really appreciate the journey, because maybe right now you're not really enjoying the journey because you're not present enough. So very strong messages about bringing yourself to the present. You then have the Star card, which is beautiful. This is that healing energy, just like milk and honey. You are healing something. You are opening up, becoming more vulnerable, learning to love and appreciate yourself and to give back to yourself, and maybe even build your connection with the universe as well. She's pouring back. She's giving back to the world around her. She's giving back to the lakes so that animals and people can drink from it, and to the ground so that the trees can grow. So maybe you guys are doing things this week that are helping others, quite charitable maybe even as well. But again, it's a very big card about healing and also wish fulfillment. So for some of you, by taking it slow, taking it easy, you might actually achieve something like a wish fulfillment this week. And then you have the Sun. For some of you, The star and the sun can really be a significant amount of success coming your way, by the way. This is happiness, this is healing, this is achieving a goal, achieving a dream, and this is you becoming very balanced and grounded. So I really, really do love what's going on here. Let's carry on though. I am going to pull 3 cards for potential challenges this week for you, Pisces. Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and let's get one more. A challenge. And the hanged man, but it's the hanged one here. So feeling a bit stagnant or not really feeling like you're able to make a move at the moment, which is not so much a bad thing. None of these really are talking about movement, but they are speaking a lot about success and happiness and healing and all that good stuff. So just like I said with the Temperance, don't be in a rush to go get that goal. The journey is what matters the most. Enjoying yourself, who you are at the present, because you are going to change just like life does. So enjoying what it is that you have and finding a balance with it and appreciating what you have is really important. Because just like the Hanged One, maybe you're not able to move forward at the moment, or you're waiting for results of some kind or an answer or whatever. To know where you're going next, who knows? But the Hanged One is all about gaining enlightenment by looking at something in a different perspective. So your challenge is to see things differently. Your challenge is to understand that this is not things are not happening to you, they're happening for you, including times of stagnation. Okay, this is helping you to become balanced. You do the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, and only a small percentage of you, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles could be some people around you who might be a bit of a challenge for you at this time. Could be a fire sign and an earth sign. But when it comes down to you, a challenge for you guys this week could be, again, that confidence, that looking at the bright side of life. The Queen of Wands has a lot of creative energy, a lot of amazing ideas, and this is saying that there is a side of you that is also like that. She's a very beautiful queen. She's known to be the most beautiful queen. So again, your attractiveness, your beauty, it's just about letting that shine out and actually feeling confident in your own personal traits. Okay, she is a sunflower, so it's about her optimism. Sunflowers face the sun. You have the sun here. So again, your challenge is about confidence and also making sure that you are empowered by yourself. Specifically, I'm hearing when it comes down to your ideas or your creativity and what it is that you're good at, okay? Or getting into things that you're good at. Queen of Pentacles as well. This, if it's not somebody else, this could be you. So your challenge this week might be on the financial side of things, feeling confident in your finances or feeling stable within your financial situation or maybe your work situation. If things are a little bit in limbo when it comes down to both of these parts of yourself, try to see something differently. Okay, I'm going to quickly clarify the Hanged One here. What do you mean about seeing things differently? The Chariot and the Ten of Cups. This is about the dream and the goal. The Chariot is about fast forward movement in a very balanced way towards that Ten of Cups, which is ultimate happiness and fulfillment. It's the dream, it's the goal, it's that beautiful rainbow. So for some of you, I mean, I'm feeling very cool to mention, especially because you have meditation here. A really good way to manifest something, whatever it is that you want to do with that Ten of Cups, like imagine and meditate on being there already, like visualize it. Imagine how it feels as if it's already happened already. Like that's a really good way of doing something. The Hanged One is about reflecting on your future. You will be able to move very quickly towards this goal soon, but they're asking you to think about it or maybe to, embody what it is. That's interesting because that's kind of reminding me of the more that you embody who you want to become or the future you want to step into, you've got to embody it. You've got to actually imagine yourself walking into it. So that's what they want you to look at differently. And think about a confident version of yourself, one who pays attention to their appearance and pampers themselves, whatever it is that comes down to your confidence and your uniqueness and your optimism, your creativity, being adventurous, being fun. These might be things that you feel like you're missing out on at the moment because, again, maybe you don't feel like your environment is helping with that, start to visualize it. The same with your finances as well. Queen of Pentacles is a woman of luxury, and you don't need to be a woman to be the woman of luxury here. You could be anybody. It's just about being able to have really nice things around you. You can step into that. Imagine it, okay? Some of you, that is what you're trying to manifest, is that abundance of stability, of freedom. All right, because you are absolutely going to have that, but I feel like they're really calling for you to be patient, love the journey, visualize it, know that it's coming already. You don't need to chase anything that's already yours, okay? So if you believe it's already yours and you're really sending that energy out to the universe, it is going to come, trust me. All right, let's look at advice for you guys this week. I feel like I already mentioned it. High Priestess, we've said this before, connect to your intuition. Meditating really helps, but really connecting with yourself, spending some time with yourself anywhere where you have that peace and quiet is really going to help open that veil for you to really directly speak to the universe. This is your card again, Pisces. So you guys are known to have very strong intuition. Some of you need to spend that time to actually sit with it. High Priestess speaks about silence. Okay, so silencing the mind, silencing the anxieties is really going to help you out here. Nine of Cups advice, focus on your wish fulfillment. Focus on what makes you happy, what makes you feel good. The Nine of Cups might also be asking for you to be a little bit more selfish, because for some of you, I'm sensing that. As some advice, don't be greedy or don't overindulge, because that is also advice that comes with the Nine of Cups. But in this case, in the Milk and Honey, this is really about focusing on you. Maybe you're caring a bit too much about other people, like that rejection card is saying. I feel like this week is a really good time to focus on and do things that make you happy, even if it's just small things, like make your favorite meal for dinner, and treat yourself. Whatever it is to you, that is your advice. One more for advice for Pisces this week, and King of Cups. Okay. King of Cups, when it comes down to you, is all about staying on top of your emotions. Similar to anxiety, I can't advise you on anxiety, but I will tell you that I also do struggle with it, so I completely understand. It's about understanding how to rise above it, okay? It's going to be there, okay? And it's these emotions of yours, whatever it is that you deal with, they're going to be smashing around here like the waves. That's similar to what we had in the beginning. But if you're above them, they do not control you. You are in control of them, okay? And sometimes it's just about rising up above that energy so that you're able to kind of observe it. The King of Cups is a master of his feelings and emotions. He understands them. He dives deep into his feelings when necessary, but the most important part of this card is that he doesn't allow them to kind of sink him under. He rises above them and he stays on top of them. So when it comes down to your feelings, really the advice is all about self, okay? Focusing on yourself, focusing on your feelings and emotions, and again, your intuition as well. Really do sense that heavily for you guys. Okay, let's dive into overall energy for this week then. The outcome for this week for Pisces. The Death card, so huge transformations happening. Two of Swords and the Hermit. That's that isolation here. Interesting indeed. I will clarify these ones, but the Death card, huge transformation. We have a lot of major arcana cards coming up in your reading, so it's a very powerful time for you. There's a lot of change going on, endings and new beginnings. Death and rebirth is happening for you guys here. You do with the Two of Swords, so it does feel like there is a big decision coming up for you guys to maybe make a really important choice. That can be the same as like ending something and beginning something new. It very much can be that. I will clarify, just because we do have that kind of like two towers in a distance, and it feels like you might have to make a choice about something here. But she uses her intuition to make a choice. So for some of you, again, that's why they're wanting you to focus so much on your own subconscious and your own intuition, because I think it's going to be necessary in making an important decision here. Then you have the Hermit. Look at things from a higher perspective. You have a lot of wisdom. You've been through the dark night of the soul here, okay, or have been going through it. You will come out of this. It's almost like you're now gaining a lot of wisdom and understanding about what you need to do to change something in your life. The Hermit, here could also represent somebody else around you. It's a Virgo energy, but it's a teacher, a mentor, or getting some advice from somebody. But in terms of making a decision, with the Hermit here, it's looking at it from a higher perspective. Let's clarify the Death card. The Hanged Man. This is probably the thing that you are trying to bring in, actually. I feel like this Death card, because we had the Hanged Man earlier, and what it was trying to look at differently was your future. And we were saying then about like visualizing it, stepping into it. This feels like this transformation is really to do with not only your subconscious mind, but it's to do with actually now finally being able to step into your future. Two of Swords, the King of Wands. Okay, it could be a decision about a relationship, but again, it could actually be a decision on action. I'm hearing a decision on taking action confidently, by the way. And the Two of Swords again to kind of clarify. So it is a decision, okay? It's about needing to use your intuition and having confidence in your decision once you've made it, okay? And the Hermit, the Queen of Wands. You have a lot of King and Queen of Wands. Similarly to what I was just saying, this is really about you, okay? And being confident in yourself and confident in your wisdom. Okay, you guys have a lot of lessons up your sleeve. You've learned a lot in your life. You're an old soul and a wise one. So I feel like it's about having more confidence and also bringing some more youthfulness into your life for some of you. That's why I'm sensing the King and Queen of Wands are fun people. Like they look like the kind of people who are always hosting parties. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it's like, it's a bubbly personality. And I feel like lately you've had a lot on your plate. You've been through a lot. Like we said, that dark night of the soul, that darkness, that clouded energy that we were speaking about. I feel like now is a good time to have fun. And maybe this is what your decision is about. Maybe you're making a big decision about what's been draining your energy, what's been tough, what's aged you. I don't know what they mean by that. And trying to bring this beautiful, confident energy. This feels like the person you see yourself being. So again, back to that visualizing, I feel like this is about you stepping into this beautiful, confident, charismatic person that you really are already. It's just that you've been in isolation. You've been maybe, again, detaching yourself from people lately, or you've not felt good enough, or whatever it is. With that Hermit, I think you're adding a youthful spin into your life. Okay, and you're being called to. And just like that, bring your ideas to life. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Wands are all about ideas and passions and motivations. And it's a really fiery energy that you're bringing into your world. So I do love it. But it's a huge energy about embracing it and becoming that flame first before you can step into it. It's almost like your external is a reflection of your internal. So if you become that flame, the world has to reflect that back to you. Okay? This is such a deep reading and I went on for ages. Okay, I'm going to love you and leave you, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this week's reading. Please let me know how it resonated with you because I'd love to know. I do read all the comments and I really just love to know that the reading helps some people out there. So if it does resonate, then please let me know. But anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.